Hello everyone, welcome to another reading. I really hope that you are in great spirits today. And because we are now entering the month of May, I decided to have you choose between 3 different types of cactuses or succulents, whatever you want to call them, to choose from. Okay? So whichever one caught your eye, that will be your group. The timestamps are down below. This will be group 1, this will be group 2, and group 3. So I'll give you a moment and then we will get into your reading. Hello group 1. So let us see what you guys got for the month of May. So you got beauty, the gift, present, honoring, and offering, falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself, remember who you are, culture, resilience, beliefs, as well as tune in and connect, nonverbal communications, intuition, and messages. You got the Queen, surrender to the divine, you got the full moon, and you got clarity and pathway. We got the map and the sea urchin, clarity and pathway, attention and focus. So for you guys, during the month of May, let's start with these two. The first feeling or sense that I got with these two cards is that there is a direction that you are heading during this month, but you need to pay attention and have focus on this path, because there may be dangers or challenges or struggles on this current path. Maybe there are better ways of navigating. So your job is to make sure that you know where you're headed and what your goal is. And if there are things you need to know, make sure you always read between the lines, that you get all the information that you do need, so that it's easier to navigate on that path. Okay? Now, what's interesting here is that you got the gift. And then, where is that card? Like, these 3 I feel connect in some way. Because by remembering who you are, you will be more in tune with yourself as well as the universe and this planet. This planet has its own frequency, a vibration, a sound. Okay, when you tune into that sound or that vibration, you start to move with the planet. Okay, so you are then fully integrated and adapted into this planet, and you move with the same rhythm as she does. Okay, and when you move like that, when you are in tune with her soul, with her flesh, you end up gaining a gift. It's going to be different for everyone. It could be telepathy, it could be a mediumship, psychic abilities, all these things. And what's interesting is that I know religious people who I can't talk openly with, because everything that I do here, or a big majority of my belief system, I can't share with them because they think it's satanic. And I wish I can tell these people that it's not what you do, but what intention you have while you're doing it, right? If you're doing something like this, like I do, to help other people, then this path should be natural to you. I never seeked this path out. Okay, I never ran toward it. I mean, I was interested in mysticism and stuff, but just to read, it was exciting to me to know that there's some type of world in between this one, right? And these religious people, they'll say things like, that let's say Reiki healing or working with energy and things like that, that all these things are satanic, right? That satanic people use these things. But the difference between natural born people with these natural gifts and Satanists and people who aren't aware, that are walking the satanic path with this new age sort of movement, is that those who have a natural tendency where this has awakened in them naturally, they're going to have these gifts without forcing it, without trying to study it. I mean, it's okay if you already have the gift and you want to, develop it further, that's one thing. But to not have it at all and then trying to gain that ability, that isn't natural. Because you're forcing something to be a part of your nature that isn't, that you may not be ready for, that you haven't walked the path in order to gain that gift. And because these people force it and use it for the negative, all of that is one day going to come back to them. Because energy, no matter how much you lie to yourself or to others, energy always knows the truth, what's in your mind and heart. So even if they are, let's say, donating money to some, organizations, some charities and things like that to help people, energy knows they are doing this in order to prevent something bad from happening to them because of what they're doing, right? So they may think that they're saving themselves from these negative effects because they're giving something good to others. But energy knows why they're doing it. They know the intention behind it. So either way, they are going to get this to bite them in the end. Look at all the celebrities now that, how media says they have Ozempic face or something, how their eyes and cheeks are sunken in and they look horrible. This is because they try to play around with nature. They took something man-made and they try to infuse it with something that is so natural and biological, and that's why now it backfires. Everything that is man-made will backfire. It will die off, it will end, and everything that is natural, that is part of nature, will always have a more extended life, a more extended beauty, because you aren't tainting it and poisoning it with something man-made. Okay? So the world is changing and shifting. And you will be forced to be on one of two paths. The path that survives and thrives, or the path that crumbles and fades out. Okay, if you want to be the path that thrives and survives, you will have to kill off your ego, your prideful ego, and you will have to humble yourself. You will have to disconnect from the hive mind of your community, whether it's religious, racial, sexual preferences, whatever it is, you will have to disconnect from that community and start thinking for yourself. And it's a big responsibility, and a lot of people don't like thinking for themselves. That's why they're influenced so easily. I remember when I was working last summer, everyone was coming to the store asking for this pink stuff, and I had no idea what the hell it was. And I asked those that were like long-term employees, I asked them what these customers were asking for, and I explained it to them. And basically they mentioned how some influencer advertised this, like, I don't know, it was detergent for like clothes or something, and everyone was going crazy for it and everyone wanted to buy it. But you have no idea if these people are paid to say something good. You have no idea if what works for one person may not work for another, right? So it's stupid being influenced by people. And not only that, but these influencers gain such a big ego that they don't care about you at the end of the day. They just care that you bring them more money. So always think for yourself. Stop going with what the hive is doing, what the group, what the collective is doing. That's not you. You have to find your own path in life. And something that you do need to work on during the month of May is beauty. And I don't mean physical beauty, I mean internal beauty. Because you may look really beautiful on the outside, but you may be so ugly on the inside because of how you act, what your beliefs are, how you see other people who may be different from you. We all live on this planet together. We all have similar experiences. And what's interesting is that the very people you may hate are the people that you may have a lot of similarities with. So another thing that may be coming to you in May, and something also that you should be working on, some of you may encounter someone special, right? Fall in love, but a lot of you need to be working on loving yourself. And loving yourself means having to stop trying to look beautiful in unnatural ways. The BBLs, the liposuctions, the Botox, the lip fillers, all these things not only make you look unnatural, unproportioned, really bizarre, but also in the end it's just going to kill you. These things can cause cancer. And why do you want to look beautiful for one moment, but then spend the rest of your life trying to fight off an illness? And don't say that these things are for yourself, because people don't need to look unnatural to feel beautiful. You're already made beautiful. You were born beautiful. Okay? So we also have surrender to the divine. So all these, May is basically, I think even with the map and the sea urchin card, it's telling you that if you are on a spiritual path, right, of getting to know yourself, be careful of the type of books and information you gain on this path, because a lot of the new age stuff, even though it is spiritual, it can be fused with the satanic, okay, and it can cloud you to think you are part of something spiritual when really you're going a totally wrong direction, okay? You should look up and research ancient belief systems, not new age stuff, because a lot of the spiritual beliefs that are part of the new age is from the ancient world of what naturally was, but they infused it with something new. That's why it's called new age. Okay, so if you want to get to the root of what truly is, try to find books and information on actual ancient knowledge, on ancient belief system, like paganism things, because all our ancestors started out as pagans. They were so deeply rooted with the earth and with nature. So looking into the ancient ways, right? If everyone was pagan back then, they were so much more connected with the earth and nature, with the animals, with the spirits. And they lived a more richful life because of it. It was full of quality, it was full of wonder, excitement, magic. All these myths and legends, they aren't fairy tales. These things come from a time before who knows how many shifts our planet went through. And that's why now we hear them as myths and legends, because it isn't possible for us to do what could have been done back then. People can't shapeshift anymore. We can't see these beings that are in our fairy tales like we once used to. because I personally do believe that these beings all existed. There's no way or chance that grown adults would sacrifice their reputation in the olden times to create these fantastical creatures because it was childish. Look up the painter John William Waterhouse, one of my favorite artists, and you will see a lot of mermaids in his works, and these images look so realistic as if they were observed and then painted. So our world, even ghosts, for example, there's so many stories from my town about people just like, coming late at night home from work. This is before technology. I don't know even if they had a TV in this town during that time, but there's so many weird, like, dark ghost type of stories that are really creepy, but they don't exist anymore. Why? Because of technology. The frequencies of technology push these, entities and beings away. So we can't connect with the world of magic because of technology. Okay, so it's interesting you guys got the Queen, because in May, the Queen of May is like the Queen of Spring, right? It's the energy of spring, the May Queen. She's well known for having, flowers bloom, for bringing in something new and refreshing into your life. But just remember that you have to surrender to the divine, okay? Be careful what path you take, and make sure that you tune into the natural world, right? Even your natural self. Don't go with the unnatural, because that will only destroy you. You don't want to spend a lifetime battling health issues when you could be living a beautiful and thriving life. Okay? So remember that at the end of all this, you will get a gift. Something magical will appear in your life. Okay, so group 1, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And don't forget that I do personal readings. You can check out my Ko-fi at the bottom. There's links and everything. So I'll see you guys next time. Group 2, and welcome to your reading. So let us see what you guys got. So what you need to heal for the month of May is discovering your life purpose. You got the Healing Temple of the Lunar Light, Life Cycles, Energy Healing, Communication. You got Time and Tide, Oceanic Spells and Rituals. You got Honor the Deities around you, Prayers, Offerings, and Help. You got Strega. You got Answers. The answers you need are coming, as well as Take Time to Breathe Out. And wow, Treasure Chest, Fortune and Prosperity. Okay. So group 2. During the month of May, you should try to focus and see what it is your life purpose is. Because it seems, if you got this card, it seems that maybe some of you are either on the wrong path, or maybe you're maybe working on a variety of different things, where a lot of it may not be your path, but more like a hobby, right? So you need to hone down and truly see what it is you want to spend your life doing, or at least like a big chunk of your life, right? You need to find out what your purpose is. And sometimes it may not come in the form of a career. It may come in the form of, just your purpose, as in like something you're meant to do and that you are happy about, but you may have just, some other, career thing that you're happy with, whatever. You get good money, you like what you do, but that specific thing may not be your purpose, right? People always think that purpose means career, but maybe you're meant to help people. Maybe you're meant to share your skill in some way, or maybe offer your time or a listening ear or something, right? You have a specific purpose on this planet, and you need to figure out what it is. What is that natural thing that has always called to you? What were you naturally good at as a kid or as a teen? Okay, try to find what that is. So you got the healing temple of the lunar light. I feel like this card is connected with the purpose card. Life cycles, energy healing, and communications. And because this is a healing deck, with discover your purpose, the number 29 leads to 11, which is a master number. So this is something about mastering, something you either have mastered or should master, because you're really good at it and you have the skill and the potential for it. But the number 11, if 1 plus 1, right, it leads to 2. So the fact that you have communications here, it may be that maybe your purpose is a partnership with someone. Your purpose for some may be getting married and creating a family. For some, it may be a partnership in a job, maybe opening up your business, but for some of you, maybe you shouldn't do it alone, but actually have a partner so that you can lean on each other, depend on each other, but just make sure that this is someone that you actually trust, because they say that family and friends are really bad for business, because they may try to get away with things that a normal coworker would be fired for. So just make sure this is someone you trust and that both of you know what your job is and that you stick with it, right? So you need to find someone that basically shares your outlook on what that job should be, okay? You guys have to be on the same page, because if one pulls one way and the other pulls another way, that business is going to fail. For some of you, it may be that you should be a parent. Maybe you should have children. So it's going to be different for everyone. But because of the energy, healing, and life cycles here, this also feels like it's, regard to this card, take time to breathe out. So you need time. And even here, it says time and tide, right? So you need some time to yourself to maybe recharge, to cleanse that energy, to rejuvenate yourself a little. Okay, and with the honor the deities or deities around you, and with the Strega card, it's basically saying that during the month of May, you guys need to get more in touch with your spirituality, whether that is a religion or a personal belief system, but there needs to be some sort of ritual or practice that you do that connects you more with your inner world. Okay, Strega is basically a witch. Someone that is connected with the divine, with nature, with different realms and dimensions and things like that. So, and those dimensions and realms are places where deities live, right, where they reside. So taking time to breathe out and to relax and to cleanse your energy, it will help you get more in touch and in tune with your inner self, and thus connecting yourself with the other realms, so that you can get more focused and more confident in who you are and what it is you want in life, right? Because when you connect with those higher realms, you then find your purpose. And then sometimes you may get signs as well, right? So here you have the answers you need are coming. So as long as you work on this and don't get distracted, okay? Try to focus and really work on you and your world. What do you want your life to look like? Okay, try to work towards that, because if you do this, you guys get a lot of fortune and prosperity in your life. This will come as, different things for different people, right? It could be money, it could be a family, it could be just like final, like really being happy for once, not something that is just temporarily for one moment or a day, but something that you feel grateful for and satisfied for a longer period of time. The healing temple of the lunar light. Nighttime and the moon is usually connected with intuition. When everything is quiet and where you're not like thinking too much or overwhelming yourself, that's when you get the answers you need. That's why I think it's telling you to take time out and breathe out, right, in many different ways. Because when you're at your calm, when you're not anticipating anything, when you're not desperate for something, when you're not chasing something, but when you're perfectly just calm and chill and relaxed, that's when you get the most clear type of focus and attention. So it's during these night phases, not literal nighttime. I mean, it could be for some, but your internal nighttime, that's when you're going to feel the closest to the answers you're looking for, or the closest to your potential of, your life purpose or whatever it is. So you just need to be more relaxed. You need to stop racing through life, stop trying to get more money or constantly just thinking about your career. And you really need to slow down and take a moment for yourself. Okay? So I'm just going to check what it is that your purpose may be. Okay, so it's given me the Hierophant and the Moon. So with the Hierophant, this is asking you to look deep, but not just to look, but to get to know yourself on what it is you truly believe in. Maybe you're following the wrong crowd. Maybe you're too much influenced by the media or by influencers or by, all these different aspects. But you need to dig deeper and research more and look into what it is that truly feels right for you and you, just you. Not your group, not your full family, not sure, but what truly feels right for you. And with the Moon card, which is a full moon, and you also got the full moon in Gemini here, you're being asked to use that intuition of yours. But like I said, you won't be able to connect to it until you actually calm down and take a moment to yourself. That's when you're going to be focused on the best. Okay? You got the King of Wands. So Wands is basically art, it's passion, it's creation. It's that passion that burns like fire inside of you, okay? So your purpose is to find your passion. What would be that one thing that would make you so happy to wake up to, knowing you're going to do that thing? Okay, if money was no issue, don't think about, well, I need to work on this because this is what gets me money now. Okay, like put that on side. Think for a moment. What would you be the happiest doing? Waking up to, knowing you're going to do that thing that day and every day. What you wouldn't be bored of. Okay, what would you just really enjoy doing? Because it keeps telling you to look deeper. This isn't some surface shallow thing. This is something deeper. You're meant to do something that is of quality. Not something that is popular or that the algorithms want. No, something of quality. Because even if you lose viewers, let's say if you are, on YouTube or social media or whatever, even if you lose viewers and a lot of them, you will gain a more tighter knit community that you can depend on, because those people are going to love the quality of work you do. Maybe you're meant to teach other people a skill, or maybe you have a message that you need people to hear, or that people should hear. Maybe you have ideas that people would love to hear about. Maybe you're supposed to, work on quality content like movies or music. Maybe you have some amazing messages you can put in lyric format or even in poetry that would be inspirational to other people. Let's stop following the algorithm. Let's stop allowing AI or big companies to tell us what we need to do in order to be popular or to get views or to get likes. How about that we transform these social media platforms and we tell them what we want to see on them, and that is quality. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are sick and tired of looking or coming across videos where people shout at you as if they need to get attention from a toddler, or where a 10-minute video is filled with shallow filler content, and where only 1 minute it's filled with actual, little knowledge of something. Okay, we need to stop those, and we need to watch less of those. Okay, the way you vote is with your money and your attention. Whatever you buy, you're telling those companies you want more of. Okay, so if you're going to buy natural, organic food, those companies are going to make more of that, and the other companies are going to start failing because they're going to see that no one wants the fake crap. Okay, when you're watching videos or liking someone's content, you're telling them, I want to see more of that, and then they make more. And a lot of people get pissed off because, even though they watch these videos, they keep thinking like, why are they making this crap type of content? Like, don't they have anything better to do? Well, stop watching it. The less views these people or these channels or even Hollywood movies, the less views they have, they'll eventually fade away. Okay, you vote with your attention and your money. Remember that. What you put your money into, what you put your time and attention to, those things you are fueling. Okay, so be determined and prioritize what is important to you. Surround yourself and only watch and listen to things that are important to you, that you like, that not only make you feel good, but that make you question and make you reflect on a deeper level. And allow those creators and that type of content to thrive. Okay? So I really hope you guys enjoy this message. Please do check out my Ko-fi, where you can leave a tip or shop or even commission a personal tarot reading. and where you can also become a member so that you get monthly perks and stuff. So I will see you guys in the next one. Hello group 3 and welcome to your reading. So let's see what you guys got. So you got dreams. So it seems that during the month of May you may have some vivid or intense dreams, or something significant within your dreams that you may have to take note of. Okay, so if you don't, maybe have a dream journal, and every time you wake up from some dream that feels, different and important, just write it down, every single detail, what color something was, anything that felt significant that jumped out at you, and even how some things made you feel, write it all down. Because eventually when you reread that dream, you may find that it was either some kind of a premonition or a metaphor or things like that. So it's good to have a dream journal. Okay, next card is Water Spirit. Emotions, memory, life force. Okay, so it could be something emotional, maybe something occurring regarding emotions. Okay, we got divine sensuality, making love and erotica. And we also have sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, delight. Okay, so sisterhood can also mean connecting with your divine feminine. Okay, so for some it could be a group of friends, for others it could be the divine feminine, and also maybe connecting to your sensuality and to your femininity. Okay, maybe some of you are more, more masculine in energy, more dominant, maybe tomboyish, or, but in May it's calling you to sort of connect. It doesn't mean you have to transform your entire look or, be girly or anything like that, but just connect more with your feminine side and get to know it, a little better. You gotta respect your physical body, detox, rejuvenate, and relax. It could also mean with the divine sensuality and the respect your physical body for people that are showing their body online or having people pay for their body. It's telling you maybe to stop doing that and to, respect yourself more, because your body wasn't created to be shared by everyone and anyone. Okay, it was created as your divine temple. Your temple of, sanctuary, safe haven, a place where you can, experiment, but in a healthy and sacred and safe way, right? It wasn't meant, imagine like an actual temple, okay? Like you could imagine it as a pyramid or as a church or as a Mayan or Aztec temple, right? Imagine that in your mind, okay, a physical temple. And how sacred it is for, let's say, priests or priestesses, and I don't mean priests as in like Catholic Church priests, but just, generally, priests or priestesses to walk through that temple, blessing it, saging it, or using whatever other herbs, they would cleanse these things with, and using it for special ceremonies and stuff. Those temples are then seen as something majestic, something rare, something beautiful, something that should be protected, right? But if you have those temples and then you see homeless people going through them, drug addicts peeing and shitting in them, people graffitiing them inside and outside, eventually those temples just look like shitholes, right? And then you don't respect them. What's the point of even cleaning them if just anyone can go through them, right? That's how you should see your body. Okay? Stop allowing people to look and use you just for temporary pleasure, but it's just not worth it. because all that money is going to be gone. And I understand people that may do it because they literally have no option. Maybe they are in such desperate need because they have kids, and the money that they get from these low, like minimum paying jobs is not enough to take care of those kids and to pay, I don't know, the mortgage or rent or whatever. So I understand those, right? That's like a desperate situation. But people that actually have options, that aren't desperate, that don't have kids, that don't have crazy amount of payments that are overdue or debt or all these things, it's like you have choices. All you're doing is devaluing your worth. You're destroying that special temple just for a few bucks that will eventually, buy you some shoes that you're going to throw out after a season or after a year because they're going to be just, ruined in some way. Like, it makes no sense. You also got focus on children, pregnancy, birth, adoption. So it could be actual children. Maybe some of you will be able to conceive in the month of May. Maybe some of you will finally be giving birth after these 9 months of waiting. But for some, it could also mean to focus on your child self. Okay, maybe there is healing that needs to take place because your child self is still crying, is still afraid, is still traumatized, and you need to do some healing for that child self, okay? If you don't have money for, a good psychologist, not a psychiatrist, because all they're going to do is give you pills, okay? You need a psychologist. They're the ones that are going to talk to you, walk you through things, question you so that you reflect on a deeper level. If you don't have money for that, go on YouTube and look for timeline healing, childhood healing meditations, things like that. Okay, and try to stick with one for a week and then try another one for another week. That way you get as much of that healing done as you can. Okay, let's transform your life. Okay, you got ritual. Okay, so during the month of May, maybe you should create some sort of ritual or even a schedule in case you aren't, ritualistic. But create a sort of schedule for yourself. Maybe early morning, wake up, go for a run, make a smoothie, sit down and do some work, have a break, and enjoy some time out with your children or your pets, or make some sort of a schedule that will be fun, light, and easy to go through on a daily basis. And maybe every day doesn't have to be the same, right? If you have a lot of things that you want to do, try to arrange them on different days throughout the week. Okay? That way your week is basically more fun and enjoyable. You got luck is on your side. So the universe has your back. Okay? This is a new moon in Sagittarius. So something that has potential, something that is doable. Okay? And the universe has your back. It wants you to succeed. And lastly, we have coral, patience and dedication. So remember that everything worthwhile, everything of value and quality always takes time. So you need to trust the process, be patient, and just take your time with it. Okay, enjoy the journey. Don't always just try to force the outcome or, the end of the journey, the goal. But just enjoy the journey. Okay? So May seems like a really beneficial and great month for you guys. Okay, as long as you start respecting yourself, tune into your dreams. Okay, get a dream journal and write down your dreams. And try to heal if there are any childhood wounds or traumas that you need to heal, which is interesting because you got the water spear, right? So emotions. There are certain emotions that you do need to heal and work on. Okay, so don't be lazy. You guys got this, especially with the universe having your back and saying basically, luck is on your side. You will get through it, you will push through it. And once you're on the other side, life will be so much easier to handle. There will be no more triggers. There will be no more wondering what do you have to do next or being lost in life, because this path, all of these little tips and things that I've told you in this reading, all of that is going to push you through and open a clearer path for you. Okay? So let's see if there's anything else you need to know. Wow. So you guys got the Four of Wands. So this path, this whole path that we talked about, it all leads to stability. I don't know, this card is too dark. Come on, focus. Okay. See, there's a merman and a woman just sitting at like a picnic blanket, and there are four wands being represented here. So there is stability, right? Because four wands, it creates like a stable foundation. Okay? So that's what you are basically working towards with this. Okay, so group 3, I really hope that this helps you. I wish you guys luck, and remember that I do personal readings on my Ko-fi. All the links are down below. You can leave me a tip. You can shop in the Ko-fi shop that I have. You can become a member and get perks every month. And you can, yeah, you can also basically book personal readings. Okay, so I wish you guys luck. I hope that May is a fun and enjoyable month for you. Just remember to trust the process and take it one step at a time. Okay? So see you guys in the next one.